Goodyear, whether you're just a few yards down or miles away, go with a tire with superior performance. Goodyear, more driven. We got to get to the Bears board. One more pick for Chris Felica to make. What do you got, Bear?
I like Iowa State today to keep it close. I love it. Last 2 weeks, Texas Tech, Baylor, TCU. Could be a little draining. Iowa State put up a lot of points on the worst Power 5 defense last week. Texas Tech's the second worst Power 5 defense. Paul Rhodes, Mark Mangino, they'll keep it close. I love it today.
Mangino running the offense for the Cyclones. How about some big upsets? Saturday Superdome.
I'm agreeing with the Bear here. Sam Richardson and the freshman running back Mike Warren. I think they do have an offense to give Texas Tech some trouble. At the very least, I think it's a shootout. But look out for the Cyclones to pull off an upset today in Loving.
Hey, the Bear may like this one too. I'm going with the Canes. I think the Canes are going to travel up to Tallahassee and beat the Nose. I think that the running game is going to be as effective as they've been all year long, but the defense is going to make the quarterback goes and turn the ball over a couple of times, and I got the Canes over the Nose.
Boy, this is a tough one for me. You know I don't like I don't like Purdue.
No.
But they're confident after Michigan State lost, and Minnesota is only average away from home. So I'm taking Purdue in an upset.
Wow, that's surprising they're an underdog.
Hey, let's go deep, Max, in the battle for the Cannon Trophy. Central Michigan's going to stroll into Waldo Stadium and waltz out with a victory. Both have played Power 5 teams tough. Broncos have turned the ball over a little bit. I'm going to go with Central Michigan there. Now it's time to take a look at our Saturday selections with an assist from a buddy, brought to you by Chevrolet.
The Utah Jazz select.
Beautiful play by Stockton. Oh, what a great pass by John Stockton. I have never seen one player touch the ball as many times as Stockton has.
John Stockton.
The NBA's all-time leader in assists. Wow. You ready to give Coach a little assist here to get him off this headgear slide?
I'm going to do the best I can. I'm working uphill here.
All right, let's see if we can get things started with a pick that might be popular around here. East Carolina taking on BYU. Desmond?
I think East Carolina is going to play a tough game, but I think BYU beats them by 3 points. BYU in a close one.
So is it my turn?
Hey, you're next.
The roots are too deep here in Utah. Even though they're down the road here a little bit, the Utah guys behind me won't be happy. I'm picking BYU.
There you go.
Hey, East Carolina will score, but BYU wins it.
Yeah, I like BYU. I think despite the injuries they've had, this football team is legit. I'm going with BYU, too, at home.
All right, Indiana and Penn State, that follows us.
I think Ohio State took a lot of Indiana last week. I have Penn State in a close one.
I was cut from the Olympic team in Indiana, so I'm going with
There you go.
Not so fast, my friend. No, Indiana's confident after Ohio State lost, and Penn State just beat Army. So it's Indiana upsets Penn State.
Penn State just beat Army, okay.
That's right.
I'm going to go with Penn State. Penn State's got a huge game in Columbus next week, Saturday night game. They better be focused on Indiana. I don't think Indiana has anything left after last week, and a couple big injuries, too. I like Penn State.
Triple not so fast.
There you go.
Okay.
How about undefeated Northwestern at Michigan?
We talked about both teams' defenses earlier. I think that Michigan, they got a few more athletes on defense. I think Michigan will win this game by 10 points.
I love Northwestern, but I think Michigan's starting to look like Michigan again, and I think they're just going to be too tough.
Very good pick. Yep. Michigan, a low-scoring game.
Low-scoring game, but the difference is playing in the big house. I think Jake Rudick's going to do a good job. Enough balance that I think that will offset Northwestern's defense. Wolves get it done at home.
All right, let's go to the ACC now. Clemson at home against Georgia Tech.
No more Clemsoning. I have the Clemson Tigers beating Georgia Tech by 17 points.
I have a foolproof reason for my choice. Sean Weatherly was Miss America back when I was young and impressionable, and she went to Clemson.
There it is.
Makes all the sense.
Well, there it is.
Makes perfect sense.
How can you pick Georgia Tech? Not so fast. In a big upset, Georgia Tech upsets Clemson.
That's a triple not so fast.
Yes.
Yeah. Despite my 9-year-old Chase picking, this was his upset. He picked Georgia Tech.
He did. He picked them.
I'm going against him. I'm going with Clemson at home and that offense. I think they're going to score points.
Talked about the importance in Morgantown for Oklahoma State, still unbeaten against West Virginia. Did they stay that way?
The Cowboys' defense anchored by Emmanuel Agba. I like them to win by 2 scores.
I think Morgantown's going to be too tough for them. They've been turning the ball over. I don't think that's going to continue, so I'm going to go with West Virginia.
They have never played in a place like Morgantown. You're right. Upset. West Virginia.
I think a devastating injury with Carl Joseph took the heart and soul away from the defense. Mason Rudolph throws the football. Oklahoma State, Mike Gundy go to 6-0 in the Big 12.
Feels like a season saver for both teams in the SEC, Georgia and Tennessee.
I'm going to go with the Bulldogs. I think they'll bounce back from that miserable loss last week to Alabama. I'm going Bulldogs in a close one.
I have no particular reason, but I'm going to take Tennessee just kind of as a flyer.
Okay, that's a good reason. Georgia in an upset.
I just can't imagine being the head coach that loses this game. There's a lot at stake for the coaches and just trying to keep the mojo and the positive energy going after what happened last week. I'm going to say Georgia after the way they played last week because of how strong they are up front in the trenches on both sides.
All right, that game's at 3:30 Eastern time, but the one everybody here is waiting on. Utah and Cal, the Utes wanting to prove the Pac-12 South runs through Salt Lake City, and Cal has played no one with a winning record until tonight. Bears trying to be 6-0 for the first time since 1950, which, not coincidentally, was the last time they went to the Rose Bowl. Big stage for both.
The first step is to get to play in these kind of games, and the second step is to win.
All in now. Every man, every play.
There hasn't been a team like this in Utah in a long time, and I know all of our players are excited for this game.
It's mind-boggling to already have 5 wins, and that's our total from last year. One thing that I want our team to focus on is not slacking off and being satisfied with that.
I think this team is really proved to be something special. Doesn't mean we have all the answers, but I definitely feel like this team has the capability of doing something great.
Cal and Utah. Desmond, you get the first swing at it.
Well, you know, we talked about Jared Goff and how great he is. He may be the first quarterback off the board in the NFL draft, but it's very hard to throw the ball when you're on your back. The Utah defense will rise to the occasion tonight. Goff will throw at least 2 picks, and Utah will win this game against Cal.
Kurt, I know you said the trend this year in the Pac-12 has been the visitor going into on the road and being able to win football games. I think that when you come to Salt Lake City, as much as people want to talk about what this offense did in Eugene, here it's about defense and special teams and Kyle Whittingham. I'm going with Kyle Whittingham and Utah to get it done at home.
John?
Well, now's the time, I guess, to do my best Lee Corso imitation.
Oh, okay.
I think Sac Lake City is going to be in full form tonight.
Beautiful.
A lot of pressure on Coach.
Not bad. All right, now. Hey, Bear, I got a few questions for you. You ready? When is the last time I lost 4 in a row?
13 years ago, 2002.
Holy heck. What are the odds of me losing 4 in a row?
Well, our friend Danny Sheridan tells us roughly about 20-1 based on the teams you picked.
Oh, hey, listen, what are the odds of me losing 5 in a row?
Well, depending on who you pick, maybe 25-30-1.
Holy heck, that's a long shot. Have I ever lost 5 in a row?
Oh, yeah, you've lost 6 in a row.
All right, Bear, all right. That's so funny, my friend. Now, who do you like in this game, Bear?
How can the Bear pick against the Bears?
Bear, good pick. Nice pick. Good for you, Bear. Now, I know that people won't like this, but I'm going with Utah to break my snap. Give me slow.
That's Swoop's headgear on.
Give me slow.
And Coach Corso, break that 0-for-4 losing streak. Great day of college football coming your way. It'll cap tonight. Salt Lake City with Cal and Utah, but right now, ready for Indiana and Penn State. Beth Mullins, Anthony Beckton, Paul Carcaterra on the call with an assist from Stockton because Gonzaga doesn't have football. Enjoy your day, everybody.